Morning guys, a few jobs to do today, but before I start the jobs I thought I'd do a quick video. There's a charity event happening over the next few weeks. Well, it's starting now basically. For those of you who are not subscribed or jumped over to Phil at Telford Koi Ponds YouTube channel, have a look at his latest video. Rob from Walker Koi has got a bowl of fish for a charity event, and that charity event is for children's cancer, so well worthwhile cause. It's not going to be an auction as such, it'll be a blind bid, so there'll be some fish presented during the next few days or week or so. Phil's already highlighted some of the fish in a bowl, and then what'll happen is you'll send a blind bid, or you can even put the bid on Phil from Telford Koi Pond chat and just say how much you want to bid, and Rob will pick it up from there. But the best way is to just message Rob directly and say, I want to bid X for this fish. Robbie's going to put some numbers next to the fish during the week when he videos them individually. He's just waiting for them to settle in at the minute, and then the ice bid will take them, and then you can either post them out, or you're quite welcome to collect them. Obviously prior advance notice, you'd have to let Rob know, and he'll make sure he takes them to the BKKS if you go in there, the National. So yeah guys, a worthwhile event coming up and some cracking fish. Another couple of shows coming up. Obviously you've got the BKKS, in Coventry, then you've got the Mid-Staffs Koi Keeping Society on the 6th and 7th of September at the Hollybush Garden Centre. Always a good event, and one that has been going for some time, but it was a new venue last year, and to be fair, it was a cracking venue. Is the Junior Koi Show, run by Birmingham and West Midlands Koi Society. That went down really well last year, so a few for the diaries guys. So that one's the 4th and 5th of October 2025. That one's the 6th and 7th of September 2025. This one's a bit more difficult to see because I haven't got my bins on. Let me just see if I can find some bins, one sec. There you go, Saturday the 28th and 29th of June. So 3 cracking shows coming up and a cracking charity event coming up, so keep them peeled guys. So what I've got on today, water's a bit bitty this morning. It's always his first thing in the morning once the fish wake up and start smashing around the food and stuff. But the fish we treated last week seemed to that ozone gel's doing a grand job, to be fair. This is one of the fish we treated last week. He won't turn around, it's always the way, isn't he? But that's one of the ones we treated last week. As you can see, there's quite a lot of bits in the water at the minute. That's from when they've basically, that's healing really well since putting that ozone gel on. And on the other 2 fish, that one down there, his ulcer's healing up. That ozone gel's working wonders. So what I've got on today is, I want to get back in the pond. Got quite a lot of protein on the top just lately. Heater's on at the minute. So yeah, I need to get back in the pond and sort that bottom drain out because it's still not done. But I left it because, as you know, I was struggling in the winter with a cold temperature, and being able to stay down on the bottom basically. So what I'm going to do, I've got this off, I bought this off Sports Direct. So it's a 3 metre paddling pool, which will hold 4,678 litres. So my intention is put that up in the garden. It was only 50 quid off Sports Direct, bargain. They'd got them on offer, and for 50 quid you can just have it sitting there just in case. So the intention is drain half of that water into there, leave the fish in the pond. I don't want to disturb, well, I'm going to disturb them by getting in the pond. What I'm going to do is drain half the water into there, and then all I've got to do then is reach down basically, sort the bottom drain out, use the famous MS300 because that does cure underwater, and then I'll leave it for a week or so before switching the air back on the bottom drain. My intention is just to raise it a little bit as well, because what you do, when I built the pond I left the gap just so I could get my fingertips underneath it, because my intention was to have small fish in there as well. But now my plans have changed. I can afford to have that gap a little bit bigger, because I do think it's restricting some of the flow back into the filter. So if I make that gap a bit bigger, hopefully it won't restrict any of the flow. That's my thought anyway. Whether anybody's got any different ideas, I don't know. Thanks for all the input on the guys who have tried to help me with suggestions on what to do with the sediment chamber. Well, not sediment chamber, sorry, or settlement chamber. The first chamber in the drum. I've tried the majority of things and that's not worked. But I have turned the pumps up and it's not as bad as what it used to be. So we'll see how we go. So yeah guys, I'll get this built up and then I'll come back to you in a bit. Thanks guys.
On. Go. Stag Phil, these are the Ossokoi charity auction fish if you like. Quality mate, absolutely fantastic. Tausoi Goshki, unbelievable, it's got shower's body. Show quality Shisui, superb Benny. And I don't think you'll find a better Doitsu Orenji anywhere than that. Still got a colour up, but the pattern on that Goshki, superb. Clean heads on the Asagis, what he's famous for. Karge Shiro. Superb Kajaku. Beautiful Akamatsuba.
All that shower as well.
And quite hard to find, Maritan Kasui. There's two of them. I do believe that could even be a Karge shower. Quite a rare fish.
Kahaku.
Proper quirky pattern on the Kawaku. Yeah, lovely fish.
So guys, I bought this a while back, but I've never used it. Still brand new in the box. I got it from Lidl. I think it was only about 35 quid. But unfortunately, I've just opened it up and it didn't come with any pipe. There's no lay flat tubing or anything in there, so I'll just knock something together. So this is a submersible pump. I don't know how many litres it does an hour. It doesn't really matter though, I've got all day. maximum flow 10,000 litres an hour. So yeah, it doesn't come with any lie flat tubing. However, what I've done, obviously I've put a Jubilee clip on there and taped it up, so because I'm going to leave the fish in, I don't want them scraping up against it and getting damaged. So I've just gone into that and then onto my Awazi vacuum pipe. So I'm going to get that built up now, and then I'll drop that in the pond, pump half of the water from there into there. I don't know whether to go on the grass or on here yet, I'll have a look. And I'll come back to you in a sec, guys. Thanks. So guys, that's the pond up. Went up really quick, to be fair, but as you know, those of you who've got kids have probably already put these up many times. It's the first time I've put this type up, so I haven't put these in because it's only a temporary thing. Why, it's only going to be a few hours, to be fair. The same as these plugs, I haven't put these in either. These go in here just to hold it, but I don't see the need. It's only holding the water, it's not going to hold any fish. I forgot to say, I did lose a fish. Went to a wedding on Friday and looked on the camera and my black diamond was floating around the top of the pond. So when we got back late Friday night, I fished it out, had a good look over it, and nothing. No reason as to why. Just one of them things, I suppose. It's what it's all about, isn't it? Keeping livestock, you never know when they're going to go belly up, as they say. So that's reduced the numbers by 1 on a plus, I suppose. Not the way you want to reduce numbers, obviously. Look at the protein on here. Wow. Right then guys, I'm going to get cracking, I'll come back to you. Thanks. So it's off guys, it's working a dream at the minute. Pumping some water pretty quick as well. So it shouldn't take long to, as I say, I'm only pumping half the water out of there. Just enough where, well, it might have to be half with the size I am, 3 foot nothing. But yeah, just so I can basically stand in there and just reach down without getting my head under the water and having to swim, etc, etc. Fish, I'm having a mosey around thinking what's going on. But yeah, that pump's working a treat, to be fair. So he's pumping some water. Turn the filter off for now, I'm just going to shut the valves now, so I'll just keep the water in the filter. But yeah guys, I'll get this filled up and I'll come back to you in a bit. Thanks a lot guys. Right guys, that's as much as I can drain down really. This is full, I don't put any more in. So it's a bit of a tinge on the water, I think it's the amount of food I'm putting in. But yeah, that's as much as I can drain down really, so I'm going to get in there now, get that bottom drain off, and then I'll show you what's happened to it basically. So I'll come back to you in a sec guys. Guys, I'm going in. It's still a bit cold. Oh god, too old for this game. Oh boy, considering that's 18 degrees, at least it's a bit easier than last time. Just very slippy. As you know guys, anybody who's been in a fiberglass pond, it is, might as well clean the window while I'm in here. Anybody who's been in a fiberglass pond will know how slippy they are. I've had my orders to clean the window while I'm in there. Note, they never volunteer to get in and do it for you. Some of the fish have tried to jump out. been wondering what the piggy neck's going on. Right guys, I'm going to get this drain out. I'll get this drain out and I'll come back to you once I've got the drain out on the side. Thanks. Right guys, I think I've showed this before. What happens is, oh, there's a collar there. Let me just unscrew it and I'll come back to you 1 second. So guys, what happens is, there's a collar there, look. And that glues into the bottom, into your fitting down in the bottom drain. It glues in, well sorry, you would think it was glued in like that, but that's not the case. If it was, the glue's been coming out, and that's why the bottom drain pops off. So my idea is now, I've got another one of those, but I am going to raise it up slightly anyway, because I'm not happy with the gap underneath the bottom drain. I want a bigger gap. So basically that's just that cut off. So what I'm going to do is MS300 that, because it's underwater and I don't want to drain the pond down anymore. MS300 that, put that in with this on. Obviously I'll cut that down to the right depth that I want, put that on there, and then hopefully it'll stop in then, because MS300, it ain't coming out, because the shaft come out last time. My MS300 did that perfect. So that's what I'm going to do guys. I'm going to get that on there. I'm going to test my depth to make sure I'm happy with that, and then I'll get this glued in and I'll come back to you guys. Thanks. Right guys, that's what I've done. I've put that new collar on there and I've put MS300 round it. I know that queue is underwater, cracking stuff to be fair, so I'm going to get that on now and put it back in. I'm not going to film it because it's stressful enough me doing it. I'll catch you in a bit guys. Right guys, that's in now. So MS300, popped it on, and then I'll leave the air off the bottom drain for a week or so for the MS300 to cure, and then happy days, job's a fish. Got one more job to do while I'm in here. To be fair, now we're acclimatised to the water, it's not that bad. So what I want to do is, while I'm in here, when they fiberglass this, they fiberglassed in the drain, in the outlet, and it's supposed to be 2-inch. Can't get 2-inch on there, so basically I'm going to sand that out while I'm in here, so a 2-inch pipe fits on there for my skimmer. So guys, I'm going to leave it there for a second and I'll come back to you. Thanks. So guys, I've sanded that down now, and then my 50mm pipe will fit in there now, so my skimmer will fit perfectly up there, as you can see. Job's a fish. So guys, while that's filling up, I thought I'd just go over, just in case you didn't understand what I meant about the bottom drain. So coming out the bottom drain, you've got a pipe, haven't you, obviously, and then on top of that pipe is one of these fittings, and then inside that fitting is one of these collars which sits inside there, and then your bottom drain, your diffuser screws onto there. Now what I can see has happened, this hasn't been glued in from factory. It wasn't glued in from factory, so it's just, or it has and the glue's disintegrated or whatever it does. But that's why the bottom drain popped off, because it used to pop off with that collar still attached to it. So because it's underwater now, I know you can use the wet and dry glue, but I didn't have any to hand, and I know for a fact my pond MS300 will work, because originally when the bottom drain did come off, the whole shaft came off. Now that would have been my fault, because I was the one who cut and glued that in. or supposedly glued that in. But with this collar, that was from factory. You didn't have to glue that in. That came from the manufacturers, and that's really loose in there, look. But the one I've put in now in the bottom drain, I've put a taller one in because I wanted the gap underneath a lot bigger, if that makes sense. I wasn't happy with the gap underneath. I could only just get my fingertips underneath, and the reason I done that was because I was intending to put small fish in there and I didn't want them to be sucked through the bottom drain. But now I'm at the point where the very tiny fish are not going to be going in there. I've made that gap a lot bigger, which should increase my flow as well. So yeah guys, my Pond MS300, it needs no introduction. It's been around for some time now, and it's outstanding stuff. I know people swear by CT1 and Gold Label, etc, etc, but this is my go-to, my Pond MS300. So yeah guys, I thought I'd just recap on that, why the pond is filling up. I'll just take you out and see how far it's gone up now. One sec. As you can see, it's filling up now. So I should be able to, in theory, switch the filter on. I would have thought. There's no reason why not. I'll just close that top return. And just close my top return. That one doesn't need to be open at the minute. And just let it gush through the bottom and I can get my filter running again. Okay guys, I'll come back to you in a bit. Thanks. So guys, that's back to normal now. Pond's back at its normal level. Water's clearing now. To be honest, since I've raised that bottom drain, it seems to clear the pond a lot quicker, unless it's just me, but the bottom drain seems so much better now. I've left a bigger gap underneath. Food for thought guys, if you're putting a bottom drain in, don't make that gap too small. Fish are looking good. Seem to have had a bit of a bonding session with them, being in the pond with them. They're not as frightened of me, I've just been stroking a few of them. You watch, they'll scare off now. I've got the camera in front of them. Here you are, look. So daft. I've just had a feed, so don't know where Big Bad Fred's gone. He was around earlier. Oh, sorry about that. So yeah, just need to clean that shower. Here's Big Bad Fred here. Come on then, Fred. Come on then, Fred. Daft as a brush, look. Really nice when you can do that with your fish. Yeah. So on that note guys, that's about it. 2 jobs well done this morning. Really pleased I got them out of the way. So as a side guys, jump over to Phil at Telford Koi Pond. Keep an eye out for the videos of the fish at Rob Walker's got Walker Koi, because there's some stunners in there. I think there's going to be a bit of a battle over the over a couple of them. The Goshki being one. It seems to be attracting a lot of attention at the minute. So yeah guys, on that note I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for your subscriptions, thanks for all your comments, and I'll catch you on the next one guys. Jobs of fish.